Classification of the protein. There are several criteria for the classification of the proteins. On the basis of source, proteins are of two types: animal proteins, which are obtained from animals, and plant proteins, which are obtained from plants. The proteins obtained from animals are also called high quality proteins because they contain all the essential amino acids, whereas the proteins obtained from plants are called low quality proteins because of the absence of essential amino acids or biologically important amino acids. So plants are the good source because the highest amount of the proteins is found in a plant. Soybean, glycine max. Glycine max contains up to 45% of the protein. So on the basis of the source, proteins are classified into two types: plant proteins and animal proteins. On the basis of the molecular shape, proteins are also classified, such as globular proteins or filamentous proteins. But the most authentic classification of the proteins are based on composition and solubility. The composition means either they are made up of only amino acid or some other parts which are non-proteinaceous in nature. So according to this, the proteins are classified into three major classes: simple proteins, conjugated proteins, and derived proteins. Simple proteins contains only amino acids, and upon hydrolysis they release only amino acids. Conjugated proteins contains extra group which are attached to the amino acid sequence and are non-proteinaceous in nature. Derived proteins are also called the partially hydrolyzed proteins. So we first see the simple proteins. Simple proteins are further classified into 6 groups, that is proteins and histone. They are insoluble in water and are basic in nature. These proteins help in the genetic organization of the eukaryotic cells. Lupin, salamine, and histidine, they are the example of the histones and proteins. Albumins. Albumins are soluble in water. They are also globular inside. Serum albumin and albumin are the example of the albumins. Leucocene and lead albumins, they are found in the plants. Globulins. Globulins are of two types: euglobulins and pseudoglobulins. Among these, euglobulins are widely distributed in the nature. Pseudoglobulins include the several antibodies which are globular inside or globular proteins. Glutenin is the other of the protein classification, which includes glutenin and rhizoline. Glutenin is found in the wheat, glutenin in the corn, and rhizoline in the rice. Prolamins are also found in the grain. They are soluble in water. Gliadin, which are found in wheat, gene, which are found in corn, and hormone, which are found in rice. Scleroproteins are fibrous proteins and they are strong proteins. They are not soluble in even dilute acids. Only strong acid can digest scleroproteins. The fibrous proteins, including collagen, elastin, keratins, are categorized under scleroproteins. So these proteins are simple in structure and contains only amino acid. Upon hydrolysis, they form only amino acid. No other side group or prosthetic group are found in these amino acids. These proteins. The second group which is categorized under protein classification is conjugated proteins. Conjugated proteins means the proteins which are simple but they contain non-proteinaceous group attached to the protein, which may be metal ions, colored complex, phosphoric acid, glucose, lipid या nucleic acid. So these proteins are conjugated and they are also biologically important. The first protein is metalloproteins. Metalloproteins contains metal ions. Most of the proteins, in case of enzymes, if we see, 1/3 of the enzymes contains metal ions, because metal ions play an important role in their catalytic process. So most of the proteins which are biologically important are metalloproteins, because metal ions play an important role in the charge stabilization and bonding of the other molecules by the creation of the charge. Chromoprotein contains colored complex attached to the protein molecules such as hemoglobin, myoglobin. The color complex include porphyrin. They contain porphyrin ring in their central, so they are chromoproteins. They are colored proteins. Glycoproteins, carbohydrate residues are attached to the glycoproteins. So glycoproteins contains carbohydrate residue. For example, antibodies are also the glycoproteins. Phosphoproteins means the phosphoric acid is attached to the protein molecules. There are several examples of phosphoproteins such as vitelline of egg and casein of milk. Casein also a phosphoprotein. Lipoproteins which contains lipid residue are attached to the protein molecule. There are several types of lipoproteins, depends on the density. The density of the lipoprotein depends on the content of the protein, such as high density lipoprotein, low density lipoprotein, very low density lipoprotein, very high density lipoproteins, and chylomicrons. Lipoproteins are important in the absorption and transport of the lipid molecule, such as high density lipoprotein, which is also called a good lipoprotein, whereas low density lipoprotein is called bad lipoprotein. High density lipoprotein participate in the elimination of the cholesterol. Cholesterol, we will see in the lipid, cholesterol is a harmful substances which are deposited in the arteries and restrict the normal circulation of the blood, causes a disease known as atherosclerosis, which result into myocardial infarction. So, like high density lipoprotein is advantageous for the health, whereas low density lipoprotein is harmful for the health. Nucleoproteins means the nucleic acids are attached to the nucleoproteins. For example, structure of ribosomes. Ribosomes is a complex of ribosomal RNA and proteins. So they are nucleoproteins. After the conjugate protein, the third group of this type of classification is derived protein. Derived protein, as I told you, that partially hydrolyzed protein. It is further categorized into primary derived proteins and secondary derived proteins. Primary derived proteins include proteins, metaproteins, and coagulated proteins. These proteins are generally biologically inactive. Some proteins among these may exist three-dimensional structure, but they are inactive or they show very slow activity. Primary derived proteins include these proteins, and secondary derived proteins include proteases, peptones, and polypeptides. Polypeptides is linear. Proteases, some parts of these proteins show the three-dimensional structure, but these proteins are biologically inactive and also called as pre-digested proteins. Pre-digested proteins, they have nutritive value and are used on industrial process. So this overall is the classification of the proteins, which are categorized into simple proteins, conjugated proteins, and derived proteins.